This is actually working. This is actually working. Sounds like it. We put on some lo-fi chilled beats. Lo-fi, I think, is how you say it actually. Actually. Anyways. Anyways. I'm just like fucking around right now. Not doing the things I should be doing. You know how it is. Yeah, I'm waiting. Hold on. Okay, cool. Love that for me. Love how things don't work for me. It's so fun. Anyways. Yeah. I'll wait till people actually get in to start telling my job story. To be fair though, I think it's probably like a bad time for most people. But you know what? Fuck it. God, do I even want the fucking lo-fi? I always say lo-fi, I don't know why. Do I even want that on? It feels distracting to me right now, but you know. I'll just have to fucking deal with it for now, I suppose. I just feel weird, like... Actually, yeah, I'm gonna fucking turn it off. Fuck that shit. Fuck lo-fi chill beats. I think there should be lo-fi unchill beats. Beats that are... like, beats that will match how I'm feeling inside. Beats for any occasion. I want lo-fi... lo-fi hostile beats to play while running for your life. Is that a thing? Is that anything? Anyways. Yeah, this is probably like just a bad time to be doing this, to be fair, because I think it's probably like 1 a.m. in a lot of time zones, but you know what, this is when I wanted to do it, so I'm gonna fucking do it. Yeah, anyways, so... whatever, I'll just talk about it now. Who cares? I quit my job. It was... it was about time, I think. It's, see, even now, even after I quit, I still have this, like, weird fear that, like, my boss is gonna find this and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Even though he doesn't have any say in what I do anymore. Fuck. I was about to say fuck him, but then I'm like, I'm still scared of him. um, but yeah, it was about time, I think. But also, like, man, there was basically the fucking, what is it called? The inciting incident was our fucking assistant venue manager is a fucking predator, always trying to like hook up with employees and stuff. And yeah. And like it's not even just that, he's also like he's such a fucking nightmare to work with. Like, it's actually ridiculous. He's like so fucking incompetent at his job. All he fucking does is yell at everybody. He's always just outside smoking. Um, Never fucking does anything. All he does is like come in every once in a while to like yell at us and then just goes back outside to smoke. And he's like yelling at us, yelling at customers. It's like, oh my fucking god. And he like He would always like literally tell me to be the manager. He would come into work high or drunk, sometimes both, and then tell me to be the manager. And then my fucking boss has the audacity to say I'm not ready to be a manager, even though like that's the job that I've been doing because your fucking assistant venue manager is so fucking. Ugh. Anyways, yeah. So it was kind of like reaching a limit for me, to be honest. And then yeah, he started like, "You had to work, bro. What the hell?" I like when people like are shocked that I have a job. Like, do I give unemployed vibes? Yeah, I'm an adult. I'm 25. I had to work. It's pretty cringe. Not even gonna lie to you. Um, yeah. So, what was I saying? Right. So he was like messaging employees on Instagram trying to hook up. And the people who he was messaging went to HR about it. And then yeah, HR basically is not was not doing shit. Just making excuses, you know how it is. And then what happened was like I was honestly really scared that um someone would like or he would like do it to somebody who felt like they couldn't say no because like he's the assistant venue manager. So basically I went up to different people at work and I was like basically trying to organize for us all to go to HR together to like basically try to get their attention about it. And then one of these fucking assholes snitched on me. So I got fucking called down to the principal's office about it and I got in trouble. And that was a whole thing. And then also then after that he didn't know it was me until like I think after I quit, I think. But he had like this whole anime villain arc where he was like going around telling people like, "Oh, there's people who are trying to get me fired, but they don't know who they're up against." Like fucking chill. Um yeah, he's such a fucking freak. And yeah, and then basically after that, I'm trying to think what happened after that. Yeah, so people were really starting to like fucking like the new people at that job were just fucking snitches. Like it was actually really bad, especially since like the thing is it used to be such a fun place to work cuz like we were all friends. It was like as cliche as it sounds, it really was like we were a family. And then yeah, then all these fucking new assholes come in and start snitching on everybody. But it's not even just that, they were also just like literally making things up about me. Like they told our boss that after that happened, I started like trying to ask everybody like who snitched on me. I literally did not do that. But somebody just made that up about me and then told him. So it's like, how am I supposed, like, everybody was like, oh, just don't like do anything bad around the new people. But it's like, how am I supposed to defend myself if people are willing to just make things up? And for what? Like, I don't know what I did to get these enemies. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, at that point, it was really, everything was really, really reaching a breaking point for me because, like, I was sick of being basically treated like shit when I was doing so much and it was so unappreciated. And I'm sick of, like, the fucking assistant venue manager getting away with everything, like, getting away with just treating us like shit and also, like, let's call it what it is. He's trying to, like, coax people, coax employees into having sex. Like, he's a predator, but nobody's gonna fucking do anything about it. So I was really on my like last fucking nerve. So Um, on my private Instagram story, I posted a angry cat meme about like not wanting to go to work that day, and someone fucking screenshotted it and sent it to our boss. And so I get called down to the principal's office again. And like I was just not I don't know. Cuz apparently what they did was they said, "Oh, can you just check in on Molly?" Um or something, but it's like check in on me yourself. Why do you need to fucking like send it to the whatever? So I go I go down and he has a screenshot of it on his phone. He shows it to me and he goes, "Do you think this is an appropriate thing to post?" And like the thing is that like literally since the like I've been there, I was there longer than the boss. Like since I got there, people had been fucking posting like that. Like even managers post things like that. So it's like but then when I do it, it's the end of the goddamn world. And then so I say he shows it to me and I just start laughing because it's just like come on, like it's funny. And he goes, you think this is funny?" And I felt like that scene in The Joker when he's like, "Do you think that's funny?" And I'm like, "I do, and I'm tired of pretending it's not." Um and then basically like he just goes he asked me if I'm okay and I just start crying cuz I had like it's not even just like what I was just talking about. It's like it's a lot that was building up for a very long time. And like mental health wise, I was struggling for a really long time. And to be honest, it was mainly because of the fucking managers, especially the assistant venue manager. But there was just a lot that was like really building up for a while. So I just start fucking crying. Um, and then he immediately like transitions that into like another fucking like disappointed boss talk about how like I used to be like one of his most trusted senior employees and now he doesn't trust me anymore and blah blah blah. And it's like I don't like cry me a fucking river, dude. um and I just kind of like I was sitting there and I just kind of realized like this is my limit, like I just can't take it anymore. um and I told him, I said, if the assistant venue manager is allowed, if I'm not allowed to post things like that, but the assistant venue manager is allowed to try to hook up with employees, then I'm done. And like here I am, done. um and like basically like I was telling him like what the last days I would work would be and blah blah blah. And then I look up and he just looks at me like he like the saddest wettest little bug. He just looks so sad. It was kind of funny to be honest, but like and then I said like can I go now? And he said yeah, and then I left. And that was it. And then he sent me an email later saying that it's best for me to not attend the rest of my shifts in person. Like he paid me for them, but I know that that's because then the assistant venue manager found out that it was me plotting against him because I was having like a goodbye party and I tried to go back in. Um and then the assistant venue manager was there and he said that when he's the manager for the day, like I'm not allowed inside. Okay. Um yeah, so that's basically what happened. I have another job lined up that I'm starting in the next couple weeks. There's just like some outside stuff that I have to take care of first before I can start working again. But yeah, I've already accepted a job offer elsewhere, and it's funny because it's actually like right next to where I used to work, and it's also a manager job. The thing that I'm allegedly not ready for. So it all worked out in the end, I suppose. Hi everyone. Um, yeah, I was just telling my tale. Um, yeah. Let's think. I know like every stream I've complained about my job, and that's probably not going to change to be honest, because I'm sure like at my new job there will also be things to complain about. Maybe even more so because I'll be a manager, but I might have to watch my tongue a bit more because like obviously as a manager you can't really like I should just be like shit talking the place I work at. Um, but yeah, it was really towards like it was fun for a while, but towards the end it just really like it just got to be like way too much. Um, and also like the fucking assistant venue manager would like there was one night that we weren't even working, but we were like basically like me and some of my friends from work we were like bar hopping from different bars like in the area. And he we went into the place where we worked just to pick up some people who like were just finishing work. Um and then he starts like fucking following us like around around the area, like telling other venues not to serve us. And for what? Imagine like being a imagine being a manager and like somebody comes in and goes, "Don't fucking serve my employees. I hate them." And he's like he's like we and then we would see him and he's like just like angrily like huffing his vape, like staring us down like it's like, man, that shit is just not working. I don't think I've ever met somebody who smokes weed so much and is so like upset about everything all the time. Like it's clearly not working for you, man. I don't know. It's like I'm not even really that mad. Like I'm mad, obviously, but like not that much because it's like I know that he's just such like a deeply miserable person, you know? And like the wind blows and he's upset about it. And like even the copious like excessive amounts of like weed and vapes and alcohol and all that can't help him like just chill out. And it's like there's no like revenge that I can do that's going to hurt you as much as you hurt you. And actually while I was looking for a new job, I found out that he like there's a lot of places I would go and I would find out from them that he's banned from there. And I would ask why. And it was like always because he just came in and was just rude to like all the staff at like different bars in the area. Um, and also I definitely didn't help because whenever like they would ask me like why I left my last job, I would tell them because the assistant venue manager, and then I would give them his government name, and I'd say because he's a predator, you know. Also, when I'm manager at my new place and it's my shift, I'm definitely not fucking letting him in. But I know that he's such a nightmare, like to work with, but also like just to be like a customer because like every time he would come in as a customer, he was so bad, and like his friends would like break like entire like glass bottles and just like leave it there. He would also just like there was one time he just like dropped an entire wine bottle like behind the bar and just left it there. Shit like that. It's just like what the fuck, man. So yeah, crazy. Yeah, it is crazy, honestly. Shit was wild. I'm trying to think if there's cuz like that's the thing. I feel like I don't know, I haven't talked about this in a minute, at least on here, so I can't really remember like where I left off with like my complaining about my job. Cuz that's all I fucking do, man. But it's just like I don't know. It also like it really honestly it hurt my feelings. I'm not even going to lie because like it's like being a waitress. It really is like just people like all day just treat you like a thing that like just brings their food and drinks. Like I'm not a person to them, you know what I mean? And like that does it does hurt, honestly. And like it's just that like you expect the people who like you work with every day to like also to like at least like see you as a person rather than like, but it's just like realizing that I just like kind of slowly realized like no, that's like all I am, even to like the people I like, the managers that I see every day. Like you're just like the customers. And that was like honestly, it hurt my feelings. I'm not even gonna lie. Cause it's like I know like it is dramatic, and I am being dramatic about it. But it's also like I worked 50 to 60 hours a week there for like, how long was I there? Maybe like a year and a half. So I was there like more. I was probably there more than I was in my own fucking house. So it's like, of course, like I'm gonna be like emotionally, you know, it was like a big part of my life for a long time. And like I miss some things, but most of the things that I miss have been gone for a while. Like it was always the people who worked there that made it worth it. But like the new wave of new people, man, they were just like, they really just came in with a mission to fucking ruin everything. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, it's been, I know, and I was very distraught for a long time. I did cry for like 3 days straight after, and I was like, I was telling my friends like, oh, I wish I didn't quit. But then, like, I don't know. After that, it just like I just needed a couple days, because also it was just that like I was just feeling like all these emotions that I hadn't let myself feel for months at that point. Um, because I can't go to work feeling like when you're in customer service, you can't go in feeling emotions, you know what I mean? Like and it was also like the way like that, going from like me, like I would have to go from like getting yelled at over things that were not my fault to right to like serving tables. And it's like, how am I supposed to like just what's fuck, how do you say that word, compartmentalize, com you know what I mean? How am I supposed to like have like, you know what I mean? How am I supposed to just like pretend like everything's okay in front of the customers like right after I'm being treated like actual shit? Like for what? Like they would punish me for fucking things that other people did. The fucking managers would just be outside smoking and then would come in and start like getting mad at me because other people were making mistakes. Like I'm supposed to like fucking hold everybody's hand and like stop them all from making any mistakes. One of them even tried to get me to fucking do push-ups. She tried to get me to do push-ups for like for mistakes that other people made. And then she fucking holds out her hand and tries to make me shake on it. Like this was like just the most reasonable thing in the world. And then she's acting like I'm being unreasonable when I tell her I'm not fucking doing that. Um and like she was like, "Well, I'm just trying to hold everybody accountable." I'm like, how is making me do push-ups for other people's mistakes holding people accountable?" And she says, "Well, it's either that or I take away your code, like the code to log into the computer to put orders in." Who does that serve? Like what good would that do? Now I can't, what do I have to do? I have to go up to you every time I want to put an order? How are you going to make time to stand outside and smoke and fucking play on the escalator? It was honestly, it was such bullshit. Um, and then Some people are just jerks for absolutely no reason. No, literally, literally, literally. Um, yeah. What was I talking about? Also, I don't know if I talked about this, but for a while I actually I had to get 9 stitches because I went sorry, I went to the beach with my friend, and I had I was looking in my autistic ass was looking at into the tide pool to see some critters. And I did see some critters. They were pretty cool. But then I stand up and I like walk back a little, and my Crocs, they slip on the slippery rocks, and then I fall onto some mussels, and it went through my elbow and my knee, and then yeah, it was honestly kind of embarrassing. I had to like my friend had to like call an ambulance. And we had to like tie my socks like around my around my wounds to stop them from bleeding. Um, it's kind of a funny story actually. I um I like the paramedics that picked us up. It was like one guy who was like experienced, and then 2 guys who like it was very clearly like their training, like it was like their first day on the job. Um, and like um he keeps like one of the guys who it was his first day, he keeps like pushing on my wound and being like, "Does it hurt?" And I'm like, "Yep, it hurts." And he's like, "Oh, does it hurt when I push here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it hurts." Um, but like the thing is that also so I have a pretty high pain tolerance, and like the way I cope with things is just with like humor. So it's often difficult for me, like in emergencies like that, to get taken seriously by the medical professionals because I'm just like cracking jokes, just being silly goofy. I'm just in a silly goofy mood. So they keep asking us, me and my friend, if we had anything to drink or if we're on drugs or something. And at first I thought that it was because like I slipped, and I was like, oh no no no, I'm sorry, I'm just a clumsy bitch. But then they keep asking us this, and they're like, "Oh, it's okay, don't worry, like we won't judge you, blah blah blah." And I realized that no, it's just because I'm acting. We're acting like we're drunk. But it's like I was just in a silly, goofy mood. Like, is that a crime? Since when has being in a silly, goofy mood been a crime, huh? This is America, goddammit. It's not even. And then so we're on the way to the to the emergency room, and in the front seat they're playing, it's not Sweet Home Alabama, but it's like that song that's like singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long, you know that one. And then I'm just like, "Oh shit, turn that shit up, boys." And they did. So I was just like kind of I was woozy from the blood loss, and I'm like singing along, but like I was definitely like they kind of like I can see why they thought I was drunk. So we get to the emergency room, and we're like sitting in the waiting part, and they keep seeing people like before they see me, which like I am actively bleeding like a lot. Um, it's like the wound, especially from my knee, it's like all going down my leg, like into my croc, and then every time I stepped, there was like blood came out of like the croc holes. I was like, also like the beach was really muddy, like the tide was really what is it called? Like it was really out, if that's the right way. Yeah, it was really out. So there it was very muddy. So I was covered in mud and blood, and every time I step, it's like the blood comes out. So I'm tracking blood like through the emergency room, and they keep seeing people before me who are not actively bleeding, who are not they're not it's not like they're like hyperventilating or anything. They're just like sitting there calmly. Um and they keep seeing them before they see me. I'm like, Excuse me. Um, so they call us back, and yeah, me and my friend were doing like a little like a little comedy routine. Like he was telling me that I was at risk for infection because like I was I was so muddy, and obviously like the muscles aren't that I fell on aren't sterile, but I was so muddy that he was saying like, oh, when you get home you need to like immediately take a shower because you're at risk for infection. and and then my friend goes like, oh my god, he's calling you dirty. I'm like, oh no. um and then the the wound on my elbow, there's like a little piece of like fat sticking out, and he goes, oh, you got a little piece of fat sticking out. And I was like, oh my god, he's calling me fat now. And like the doctor is like clear like trying not to laugh like very visibly. And then they have to give me like when they do the stitches, they have to give me like a numbing thing. It's kind of like if you've ever like had your wisdom teeth out or something. It's the same kind of like needle thing that they put in. Um, so he had to like stick the needle like basically like into like the flesh like around the wounds, and it hurt a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But my friend was like really freaking out. She like has her shirt, like she like pulls her shirt collar up like over her eyes, and she's like, oh like I'm not like she's reacting a lot more than I am, and I'm like, dude, stop, like you're literally a nurse. She's a nurse. And she goes, I never said I was a good one. And the doctor has to stop doing stitches because he's laughing so much. Oh, it was fun. And then, yeah, after I get my stitches done, a new lady comes in, to clean it up, and she's starts like going like, oh wow, you're handling this so well. Like we just had someone else in with like the exact same injury, and he was crying and like blah blah blah, and we were like, oh, what a baby, what a pussy. And she goes like, oh well, he was 9. And it's like you could have told us that before. Whatever. So yeah, I what was I saying? I had 9 stitches. So I text my boss like, "Hey, just letting you know, since I have 9 stitches, but I said like I would really prefer if I could still work because I needed the money. I said like would it be okay if I just like was hosting until my stitches are removed?" Um, and he's like, "Yep, nope, that's totally fine." So, because he said that's totally fine, I assumed that it was totally fine. But then, literally every shift, the managers like make me walk when I have explicit instructions from the fucking doctor that I'm not supposed to be walking. Um, and then one of the managers, especially, she was like telling me about how much I can or cannot walk, and it's like, are you my fucking doctor? Um, yeah, and um, she was getting really mad at me this one time because she basically tried to make me like do a section like my normal fucking job, when which is like almost entirely walking. Um, like you have to understand, like we would walk like easily like 10,000 steps a day. And I know that because I have the thing on my phone, like easily. And I have explicit instructions to limit walking. So I told her I'm not fucking doing a section. Like if you're gonna make me do a section, then I'm not coming in. And so I didn't come in, and she was pretty mad at me about that. But then I had to get like basically the time that I could get my stitches out got pushed back 2 days because the managers wouldn't. I had a fucking doctor's note, but the managers wouldn't fucking take a doctor's note. It's fucking ridiculous, honestly. So yeah, good riddance. Hi. Sorry, I'm like, I'm just talking to myself, man. Fuck. Um, yeah. So yeah, it's been a lot, but we ball. As always, we ball. It's okay though. I'll be okay. Don't worry. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. I'll be okay. Was there anything else I wanted to say? I can't remember, honestly. Um, yeah, I'm probably, after I finish this drawing, gonna go do something else. Because I'm kind of sick of just hearing myself talk. Um, but we'll see how I'm feeling. How's everybody? I'm so sorry. Is it that sorry for my tragic tales, or like are you apologizing for something you did? It's okay, I forgive you. Um yeah, it sucks, but such is life. Honestly, like it's just it's just the way those kind of jobs are, honestly. Those like fucking wage slave like horrible jobs. Like, being in the food service industry, it's just fucking hell. Hell on earth. Um people are like really, really, I don't know. People are just like, when I was young, I was taught that you should always be very nice to the people who are handling your food and drink. Not just like out of just basic like human decency, but because they're handling your food and drink. Like people are very, very comfortable. Like you'd think like even just out of like basic like survival. Like I'm not saying I'm the I'm not saying I'm the person who's gonna like spit in your food, because I'm not. I've never done that. But I'm saying that all it takes is like one all it takes is just being served by like the wrong person. You know what I mean? The one person, like, that's all it's gonna take, and you're risking that for what? Like just like the power trip of like, oh, I'm better than this fucking service worker. Like I don't know. People are just so that was always very shocking to me, to be honest. I'm like, dude, none of you like think about things like that? Because I think about things like that all the time. I do. In Spore, have you ever gone around destroying civilizations, having fun like Zimwood? I actually have. Well, you're probably asking because you've seen it, but yeah, we were doing the Spore Urkin stream, which will once we get to the space stage, I'm sure that will be basically all we do. But yeah, when I was a kid, for sure, I was like, I don't know, I never like made any allies on Spore when I was a kid. I was just like, yeah, just fucking kill them all. Um, and those were like my prime Spore playing days when I was a kid. That was like my favorite thing. I would just come home from school and play Spore. These days, I think like it's not as fun as I remember it being, and I think partially it's because like now I'm a grown up, and partially because like video games in general have just come such a long way since then. Um, but like, yeah, I'm very sad that like they dropped Spore as a franchise because like, fuck, man, it's got so much potential. Sad. Oh well, there are other games. That's why I hate people. Yeah. Yeah, nothing puts hate in your heart like the service industry. People are fucking awful. But honestly, they were worse. When I worked in retail, they were worse. Um, people would people were so fucking awful to me in retail, and I was like 16. Like, I just think about that's I was an actual kid. Why are you as a grown like people would be like 30, 40, 50 like yelling at like a child behind like a cash register. Like what's wrong with you? It's just that like I've literally never like I've gotten mad before, but I've literally never yelled at a service worker before, like ever. And that's just like it's just not that hard to be normal. It really isn't. But what will you do? Such is life. They put out Spore online multiplayer game and it was horrible. I think I remember that. It was like the one of the expansion packs and it was like you could make your own um you could like make your own worlds that people could go to. Is that what you're talking about? I remember that. I remember I saved up my little child money. Um I think I told the stories about how I used to have like run scams when I was a kid, but I would save up my money. I saved up my money for a long time for one of those like that expansion pack, and I do remember it sucked. Like nobody's world would ever load. It was like it was bad. And then yeah, but yeah, I don't really know if that's what you're talking about because it kind of fell off for me around that time, I believe. Most people just drive me bad already. Why do I want to be a psychiatrist at this point? I don't know. Why do you? I don't know. That's between you and God, my friend. That is none of my concern. That is none of my business. I don't know. I don't really have career goals. I don't really want a job. Like, I feel like I'm never, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to be, like, actually happy at a job. It's just, like, a means to an end. I don't want a job. I don't want to work. I don't have a dream job. I just want to hang out. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever. People are like, "Oh, like what do you like actually want to do? Like you don't want to wait tables forever." And it's like, I don't really fucking care, man. It pays the bills. It's a living. Um, do this like that, perhaps. Does that look okay? I don't know if I'm going to color this yet. I guess we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. No, it was called Dark Spore. Oh, I've never heard of that. Sometimes work's supposed to be not work, but not some kind of dream job without flaws. I wish I could have seen you draw Zim. He's my favorite character. Oh yeah, he's just over here. Also, yeah, I'm gonna move Gur up and make it look good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, guys. Oh my god. Um, yeah, I don't know. You can just like rewind it. Or like when the stream's done, you can just like go watch the beginning and then you can watch it. Peace and love on planet Earth. Yeah, I wish I was like I wish I had like the ability to just like draw on the computer, but like I don't have a tablet. Um and I don't know. I don't really want one. Just the idea of like I move my hand and then something else moves, it like I don't know why, but it just makes me like nauseous. Is that weird? Chat, is that weird? It's probably weird. But I don't know. Something about it, man. Something about it. It just doesn't sit right with me. So I just draw on a paper and then I trace it on a pewter. Mm-hmm. And then we'll just make it maybe like these. Cool. And then, yeah, we'll just put that there, put this here. Yeah, I've been kind of like really just burnt out lately, to be honest. That's why I haven't really been uploading all that much. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just so tired of everything right now. I'm just, yeah. So, yeah, sorry. But, you know, I'm not gonna like force myself to make something if like I don't want to. You know what I mean? I do have ideas though. It's just I'll probably do them later. Or when I'm just feeling like emotionally better. You know how it is. So lately I've just been playing my video games on my Slay Station. It's not a PlayStation, guys. It's not a PlayStation, it's a Slay Station. Like get it right. I've been playing my video games on my Slay Station. I've been fucking watching some shows in my unemployed era. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it, honestly. I've been fucking laying in my bed. I've been hanging out with my friends. Life is good. That's a lie. We all know that's a lie. But life could be worse. No, not really. This is the worst. You know the meme. Sorry, let me let me actually read the chat. Let me look up. Sorry, let me scroll up and actually read the chat. Sawi, who's your fave Zim character? Zim, of course. Do you like Hazbin Hotel? No. I'm not supposed to be awake right now. Brother, me neither. Me when I lie. It's like 5 p.m. here. Um, I used to draw on my phone. Now I draw on my iPad. It's more convenient. Yeah, true. I never thought about, yeah, I never thought about having an iPad. But like we used to have like I used to use the iPad at work and I always felt like I don't know, I felt like an iPad baby just like having like the I don't know. There's something funny about them to me. Like just having it like in my hand and like using like one hand to like tap it and the other one to hold it. It's like something about it. It just makes me feel like a fucking iPad baby, and it was very I don't know. It was very like amusing to me. Sorry. Give me a second. BRB. Sorry. Sorry, I'm back. Um, and what, I forgot what I was even talking about. Sorry. Sorry, let me look back at the chat. Who have you slayed with your slay station? Millions. Millions dead. Hundreds of thousands injured. In the wake of my destruction. Real, I feel so subconscious using an iPad. I feel like an iPad kid. I know there's something so like embarrassing about using an iPad and I can't really explain it beyond like I just feel like an iPad baby. um Yeah, and then at work I would like I cuz like basically on the iPad if you're doing like hosting, you have to like basically mark which tables are being sat at on like an interface that has like all the tables. And that way if people like reserve online, we're not gonna like overbook basically. Um so like I'm walking around like the restaurant like tapping the things and I feel like I don't know like it's kind of it's kind of a serve, it's kind of a slay, but it's also like just low key a little bit embarrassing. Sorry, there's a fucking animal next to me. What do you want? What do you want? I don't know what you want, baby. I don't know what you want. Are you hungry? Do you want to eat food? Do you want to go outside? Do you need to go potty outside? Yes? Okay, she needs to go potty outside, everybody. The girl needs to go potty outside. So I will be right back. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, give me a second. I'll play some lo-fi beats while you guys are waiting. Enjoy. My lo-fi beats. Hello, I'm back. Let me catch up on the damn thing. What the fuck? It's always honestly the weirdest thing about getting old. And now, at the end of my life, age 25, the weirdest thing is seeing people be like, "Oh, I was born in like 2010." It's like I literally have whole ass memories from 2010. What do you mean? It's like that never, I don't know if that ever stops being weird. I mean, it's got to eventually, right? Like, eventually I'll get used to it, but like, for right now, it's just odd. It's certainly odd. It's a very strange feeling. Especially, like, somebody told me the other day that 2017 was 7 years ago, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. That's just so upsetting. Honestly, it's very, like, I don't know. It's very odd. Especially, like, for me to have like a younger audience because it's like I'm not kid friendly. And it's like I'm not gonna like try to be kid friendly. So whatever. Whatever. But yeah, don't you guys have like school tomorrow? Like what the fuck are you doing on here? Y'all got homework to do? Or like what's going on? How do I draw this? How do I do things, guys? How is it being in 13 is still middle school, right? How is it being in middle school today? Tell me about it. I'm genuinely curious because like when I was in middle school, it was, let me think. It was 2000. When do you start middle school? Are you 11 or 12 when you start? Okay, I feel like you're 11 when you start. But I could be wrong. So it was like 2010 to 2013 that I was in middle school. Um, so like all of you were just babies. And it was odd, but I feel like that's just middle school in general. Um, how long have you liked Invader Zim for? Since the year, I want to say 2007 or 8, because I'm old. Yeah, so very, very long time. Even kids aren't kid friendly, not gonna lie. That is very true. I'm not, I'm 32. Oh, thank God, a fellow adult. I like how like everybody I feel like there's no like in between with people who are on these streams. It's always either like, "Oh, I'm fucking 9 years old," or it's like, "I'm fucking 50." Like ever it's always I feel like nobody is ever actually like around my age. It's always people are It's a lonely life I live. I have the hardest life that anyone's ever had, by the way, in case you were wondering. How does this look, I wonder? I wonder. It's whatever. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Who cares? I forgot to make his fucking antenna. I just realized. I'm in middle school, but I'm from another country, so it doesn't count, I guess. What country are you from? I'm gonna. Oh, I'm really bad at telling languages when it's like the how do you say it? Like Cyrillic. I think it's Cyrillic. The Cyrillic alphabet. I'm really bad at telling them apart because if I feel like when I see it, I'm thinking, oh, Russia, but like I feel like that would be offensive if it's not Russia, so I'm not gonna say that. Um, but no, I want to hear about what it's like in other countries as well. It's always interesting to hear. You are from Russia. Okay, good. I was like, don't make me offend somebody because I don't know their language. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, what's it like? What's it like being in middle school in Russia? That sounds fucking crazy. She draws the Imminger so well, I can't draw them at all. Oh, thank you. I've had I've had years of practice, to be fair. I've been drawing Zimminger since before you were alive, kid. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. But it's probably true. To be fair, to be fair. So don't beat yourself up. Um, does this look okay? I think so. Question mark. He looks like something about this looks a little fucked up to me, but it's like whatever. Do I care? I feel like Wendy Williams. Like, do we care? Clap if you care. No, nobody. Okay. Here was where we start, and then this. Move that up, and probably make it smaller. How big is Gur? That's the question. Maybe that big? Does that look right? I don't know if that looks right, to be fair. Does this look right? Does this look okay, everybody? Does he look big enough? I'm not really sure. Maybe like that and then like that? I don't know. Does he look big enough? It's awful, but I think it's the same for every country. Yeah, that's like the worst time to be a human. If you're in middle school right now, I promise you it gets better. That's literally like the word. I'm sure you hear that a lot, but it's so true. It's so oh my god. Thinking back to being like 12, like oh shit. That's fucked up. Even being like 16 is like a lot. I feel like it doesn't get better for a while, but it will get better. It gets gradually better, I'll say that. Like it does get gradually better. But yeah. It's just think of it like this. You're never going to have to be 13 ever again after this. You only have to be 13 once, and thank God for that. If I had to go back and be 13, I'd fucking kill myself. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not even going to lie to you. Yeah, it gets better. As cliche as it sounds, it is very true. Things get a lot easier to cope with, and you stop caring so much like what people think about you. Things like that. It gets a lot easier. And like you get like I feel like when I don't know, maybe this was just me, but when I was like 13, 14, 15, it was like every emotion I felt was just so like intense. And it's like I don't really know if it's gotten less intense or if I've just learned how to like cope with it better. But either way, it gets a lot easier to manage like having a bad emotion. You know what I mean? And it gets a lot easier to handle things like embarrassment, especially. Because, like, I remember, I don't know, you do something embarrassing, like, in class, and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna go fucking kill myself. And now it's like I do something embarrassing, and it's still, like, it's still painful, but it's also, like, not the end of the goddamn world, you know? Oh yeah, I've never played piano or anything like that, so I don't really know. I don't really know anything about all that. Your English is really good though, like especially for being 13. When I was 13, God, I could barely speak English. I could barely speak my first and only language back then. And let's be real, like nothing's changed. Is this okay? Chad, is this okay? I think, I think, I think it's okay? Question mark? Yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's just keep it going. But yeah, I've been getting into video games lately. Just like free to play shit, which is like usually bullshit. I've been playing fucking Fortnite lately, and I've been playing Fall Guys, and that's like about it, to be honest with you. I was trying to get back into Minecraft, but for some reason, like I don't know what it is, but like on the I have a PS4, on there, it's like you can't there's like you can't see the coordinates the same way like you can if you play it like on PC. So I like couldn't find my house. And it was making me really like honestly like irrationally angry. I was getting really bad about it. And then so I looked it up on the internet and they were like, "Oh, you just had to make a map. And to make a map, you need like the fucking like redstone or whatever." And it's like, "Oh my god." So, I haven't really been on that too much because it's just a lot. It's just a lot now, isn't it? So yeah, it's been mostly Fortnite and Fall Guys. And I'm not like that good at, well, that's a lie. I'm pretty good at Fall Guys. I'm getting better at Fortnite. It was it's been an uphill battle though because I was just really really bad at like aiming. Um but I've been getting better. Slowly but surely I am getting better at the game made for children. I know that both those games are probably like uncool now, but like whatever. I don't give a fuck. Let's see. Okay, I think that's my vision, guys. I think that was my vision. It's come to fruition. Should I color this? Should I give it color? Guys, guys, do we give it color? Maybe I should put like something like that around his eyes so he's like scared. Maybe like his he's got like that thing here. You know what I'm talking about? His thing. Does that look okay? I don't really know. No, that doesn't look right. Um, does it look better with or without that? I think it probably looks better without. Color it if you want to. Okay. Do you have a favorite video game? Um, Probably Fall Guys. It's like such it's such an iPad baby game, honestly. And I made my friend play it the other day and she was like, "This is literally an iPad baby game." And I'm like, "Oh my God." Like you're so right, it is. But I don't know. I love Fall Guys. I love when those guys fall. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I am saying? Let me get a reference for their colors real quick. I'm just gonna go fucking Google Images. Google Images invaders. Um, is this gonna like actually copy those question? There we go. Let's just put these all in here and then put this over here. Yep, and then we'll just do Zim first. Um, Congrats on the job quit. Thank you. um, I've been playing a hunting game. I keep getting eaten by dinosaurs. What's the game? The game is free on mod database. What's the game? Tell me the game. Um, oh fuck. Let me actually have that selected. There we go. I have this one fucking song stuck in my head right now, like really badly, and I know if I play it, my stream's gonna get taken down for copyright. It's like the one that's like, pump the jam, pump it up. You know that one? But I, like, I know if I play it, I'm gonna get in trouble. What if I, what, they should let me play it though. Like, come on. Because I'm a special little pog champ. They should just let me play it. Can I play a copyrighted song one fucking time? Like, oh my god. Man. I'm gonna go. Bye. Okay, see ya. See ya later. Um, yeah, God, I have like things I actually need to do. Which, like, don't we all? And look where I am doing this bullshit. I want like a place where I can post art besides my just community tab. But alas, I don't really like. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's whatever. Honestly, I don't really care that much about it. Cause like if I post it somewhere else, like then how am I gonna get attention for it, huh? How am I gonna get attention if people don't give me attention within like 5 minutes of me posting something? Like literally, what's the point? And that is my toxic trait. I need attention whenever I do something like immediately. Actually, let's just do the shading for everything else later. Um, let's just put in the colors for right now, besties. You're so relatable for real. I know. Oh my god. What's the point of doing anything if no one is around to see it and congratulate you? No, literally. Like, come on. Literally everything I do in this life is just in the pursuit of attention. But then, like, the moment I get attention, it's like, okay, I'm gonna fucking kill myself in front of everybody. So it's like, what's up with that? I want attention until I have it, and then it's like, oh my god, guys, I'm so shy, guys, guys, I'm shy. uh, is this tongue actually like purple like this? Look at this color that it gave me for the tongue. Hold on, is that right? Sorry, is that right? Why does that? Why does that look weird? I feel like that's not the guys. I feel like that's not the right color. Why does that look weird? Is that just me? Hold on, I'm gonna find another goddamn reference. Oh wait, no. I think I'm wrong because like every reference here that I'm seeing. Why does it feel wrong though? It feels wrong, but whatever. Whatever. I'll just like color it in like this because like honestly, who fucking cares? No, because like why does that not look right? Why does the color why something about the color of the tongue, it's like that is not correct. Actually, I think I know the color of Invader Zim's tongue better than you, reference image. Better than you, official art from the show. Whatever. Honestly, whatever. Who cares? Guys, who cares? Not me. Oh my god. Let's just do it like this. And then, yeah. Huh? Is this only comment on dudes? What? What? I don't know what that is. So I'm just gonna ignore it. That's none of my business, honestly. None of my business. I'm also gonna probably color this in like how I did the tongue. Just like that. Yeah. And I'll just erase it after, because, like, honestly, who fucking cares? And we'll put this below everything else so that way it doesn't get in the way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yup. Yuck. Gosh. Lately, I've been doing this thing where I just say things in, like, Goofy's voice. So, like, the other day I was like, math. Yuck. Gosh. And I don't know why I keep doing that. It's becoming, like, it's destroying all of my relationships. I can't just stop doing Goofy's voice. Is because I saw this video where it was like the scene in the Joker movie where he's like, "You get what you fucking deserve," but it was like Goofy, and it was like really well voice acted. And since then, I've just been like obsessed with like that voice, and I don't, yeah, but I can't do it that well. I just go like, "Yuck, gosh." Is that okay? Yeah, I think that's okay. Now we'll do the shading. How does shading work? Do I do it like that? I think so. Not like that though, I don't think. Maybe like this? Question mark? Yeah, that looks better. Maybe like that. Yeah, that's the shit. That's the stuff. And maybe some like behind the eyes for dramatic effect. Mm. Yeah, that's the stuff. And we'll just make this one smaller and then do it like on the fingies. Oh fuck. I need to make this fucking thing smaller. Yeah, that's the shit. No, why does that still not look right? Oh my god. Guys. Guys, why does that still look stupid? What's wrong with it? I don't know. Is it just me or does this shading look like stupid? Like the one on the head. Am I going crazy? Is that going on Rule 34? Nor. Nor it's not. No, it's actually not. Thanks for asking though. I mean, I guess like if you want to put it on there, be my guest, but I don't know what they would get out of it. But something for everyone, I suppose. Um Maybe the shading should be on the other side? Question mark? Question mark? Let's try it on this side. Hmm. No, it doesn't look right there. Um, Maybe like this? No, that also looks weird. Why does it look stupid? I can't figure it out, honestly, but it's like, honestly. Honestly, who fucking cares? I kind of regret coloring this now because it's like I feel like I feel like it looked better without the color. Maybe I should just fuck off. Give up. Maybe I should just not do color, actually. Actually. I think that might be the move, everybody. Let me just find the eyes again. Here we go. I think this might just be the one. I think I might just leave it like this, to be honest with you. Let's just crop this thing. Yeah, I think that I think. Hello, Wally. Kane. Okay. I think that might be the one. I think I'll just leave it like that. And then save that. Cool. Yep, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. So thanks for coming to my little stream. Um, yep, maybe I'll do it again sometime.